Logging your food and your activity should only take you about 5 minutes per day once you learn how to use Cronometer efficiently. When you first log into the app, in order to log anything, you can click on the plus sign at the bottom of the screen. And then to add a food item, you can click on Add Food. There'll be a few categories across the top. The first one will just default to all, and you'll be able to search for any foods on there. After you log a food item of food, it'll show up in this list, so you can kind of scroll down and find things you've logged recently in there to make it easy just to click on. However, if you need to search for something, you can click up at the top of the screen and type in what you're looking for. Let's say I had a couple cups of broccoli today, so I could come down here and I could pick what sort of the item of here that best matches that. So I'm going to pick broccoli cooked from fresh. And then whenever you actually pick on an item, you'll be a couple things up here. One will be your serving size. So when I come into here, I'm going to actually pick a cup, and then you can then pick your amount. So I'm going to pick 2 for cups, and then that'll actually show you the macronutrition and values for it. But then you click the add item to diary, and it'll put it in the item there. Um, a couple other things too is that one way to make things easy is that whenever you actually come into an item and you're going to log it, if it is something you eat every day, like for instance bananas, you can look up there, and then you'll see a star up by the name of the food. If you click on the star, that'll make it one of your favorites. So once you do that, whenever you go in to add a food, you'll be able to come over to your favorites tab, and you'll be able to find it in your list of just favorites here to pick from. Whenever you log a food, then it'll show up in your diary list here below. A couple things you can do to kind of make this easy. One thing is that you can edit items once you've added them. So if you actually slide right, you'll see 3 dots you can click on, and from here you can copy this item and paste it into another day. You could show the nutrition summary for it, or you can actually just delete that item out of the list if you want to. The other thing you do is if you scroll to the left, you can actually click on the on the delete symbol and actually delete it from there. Now, one way you can make this a little bit easier is you can click on the 3 dots up at the top, and from here you could do a couple things. You can either you can copy the current day and you can paste it in a different day. You can copy the previous days into days. So whenever you start off the day, you can click on copy previous day. That'll load your previous day's log into here, and then you can kind of edit what you didn't have and add to it to kind of modify the day instead of starting from scratch every day. The other thing you could do is if you only want to copy a few items and paste them into a different day, you can actually click on multi-select, and then you could pick which items you want to copy, click the 3 dots again, and then pick copy, and then you can go to whichever day you wanted to paste that into, click on the 3 dots and hit paste, and it'll copy those into that day. So using those tools, you can make this quite easier as far as logging your daily food items. The other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, let's say you're eating a item, you get an energy bar, anything like that, and it's a one-off item, so you can just actually scan the barcode of that item. So you can open your app and click on scan barcode and put that over top of the item, and it'll bring it in as long as it finds it in its database there. So then once you do that, you can actually change the serving size and the amount if you need to. With that, click on save, and it will put that into your diary for you. The other thing you're going to log on a daily basis is your exercise. So if you click on the add exercise button, it will save things for you once you add them, but if you wanted to add something for the first time, you can click on custom exercise down the bottom. You could give it a name, and then you could give it actually a duration that you did it and how many calories you had from that activity, and click to add to diary. Now the next time you go into add exercise, you'll find those any category that you made or name you gave it, and you can actually just click on it, and you could change any of the values in there and click Add to Diary to put it in there. Again, if you have added something that you did not want in there, you can delete it out of the list from there. The last thing you'll probably want to add is your biometric data, is any body weight or body fat. So you can actually make up any ones you want by clicking on a custom biometric. So you can actually put in here, let's say you were measuring your waist size or anything like that, you could actually put it in here and track that. And once you have it in there, then you can continue to add to that just by clicking on it and then putting in the new value for it here and save it that. And then that'll keep track of that throughout the time that you're tracking as well.